Is there something that turns a PL into this narcissistic Machiavellian, archetype? Was there something that you could see in his past? You're like, oh, yeah, I understand that.
Nobody has perfect parents, right? We all have some sort of needs that weren't met as children. That's just the reality. But you really only have to have good enough parents to develop into a functioning adult. So for him, I know that we live in a patriarchy, right? So if you could take a certain personality and give it a lot of money, right, they're going to have a lot more power and they might abuse it. And his family, who I'm still very close with, his dad deceased, but his mom, who is alive, who I just adore. But his dad did rage at him. So his dad was a very lovely man, but he had his own developmental trauma, right? That then got passed on. And so his dad was a very, what's the word? Erratic man. Very erratic man with a lot of rage. And so a lot of times what can happen too is that when a child grows up with a very dominating parent, they can make a vow to never be dominated again and be the dominator.
It's protection, isn't it, in a way?
Yeah. And I'm not saying like that's exactly what happened with him, but I'm sure that that was a piece of it.
Everyone has their own, generational trauma or own things. And then it's the randomness of if you meet that person and kind of almost a lethal cocktail for each other and you don't know from the beginning, but once you get into the trauma bond, it's like, what the hell have we done here?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody goes into this hoping that they'll be betrayed and lied to and abused, right? That would be madness. But what happens is that by the time the mask falls and you get to see Dirty John, you're already in trance. You're already in love with this person. And if you're a person like me who scores high in conscientiousness and high in agreeableness, I was determined to make it work, right? We can figure this out. We can do this. Love conquers all. You know what? Love does not conquer all. That's another myth.